This is your girl Tonetta. Yeah, I know I forgot to cut my phone things down. Lord have mercy. I guess well, see, I can hear that part. So, but like I said, this is your girl Tonetta, your social worker coach. Of course, have social worker, have coach. Like I said, definitely welcome to this podcast episode. This podcast episode is talking about the mindset of becoming you. And I know y'all probably like, what in the world is she talking about? What's going on? That kind of thing. Definitely, like I said, the mindset of becoming you. The mindset is a group of attitudes. The way you see the. I actually wrote it all down. It's the mindset of is a set of attitudes about how you view your life. Y'all can't get the words out this morning. Lord have mercy. The world, the world, how you view the world, others around you, and the possibilities. And like I said, definitely this is something that's important when we're trying to, of course, become who we are, speak our truth, and become self-aware and those kind of things. Like I said, that is the first thing we have to realize, that it all starts with mindset. So like I said, I definitely want to welcome y'all to this episode. And again, if you have not, make sure that you subscribe to the podcast. It is called the Social Worker Coach, but for some reason, Spotify will not let me change my cover art, so it still says Taboo Conversations. So subscribe to both. I guess I put it that way. So just to let y'all know, which is really crazy. I'm not sure why I won't update. For some reason, I can't update, so I'm gonna have to contact Spotify, which is okay, y'all. But like I said, definitely make sure that y'all are subscribing. Actually on YouTube as well, because I'm doing this the video on YouTube as well. So make sure, of course, YouTubers, my family over there, make sure that y'all subscribe as well, so that y'all can, and make sure that you click the notification bell too, so that you can get all the uploads that I do here. So here on YouTube, and of course here on Spotify, on the Social Worker Coach / Taboo Conversations, I guess, the podcast, because like I said, that's what the picture still says. But like I said, let's get back to it, y'all. The mindset of becoming you. Like I said, I had to look this up this morning because I wasn't sure exactly what the mindset was, but or how the dictionary explains it. It was mainly just the mindset is a set of attitudes, and I added all the parts about the attitudes about how you view your life, how you see the world, how you see others around you, and how you see the possibilities that you have in your life as well. Like I said, those are the things that I thought of this morning, that of course would explain kind of the mindset. And like I said, the mindset, it isn't created in one day, 1 week, 1 year, that kind of thing at all. I know that. Like I said, the mindset is created over time, since the day that you can understand and talk and that kind of thing, walk and all those types of things. I know as babies, of course, we may not have any type of mindset. I don't know. In my eyes, we don't, until we start understanding what the words mean, understanding what folks around us are saying, and that kind of thing as well, or at least understanding some words. Because I know as 1 year old, 2 year olds, you can of course understand what your parents are telling you if they're saying it in a childlike form, using those simple words and that kind of thing. Like I said, you still definitely understand those things to a certain extent as a 1 2 year old, 5 year old, that kind of thing. But of course, as you get older, you start realizing that you have your own attitude about different things, whether it's you think money doesn't grow on trees, or you think that you don't have the possibilities in life that you see others have, or whether it's you think that all men or women are bad because you saw your mom or dad go through horrible relationships when you were younger. All those things affect us, like I said, affect our mindset as well. And like I said, that's one thing we definitely have to understand. I know I understand it now, but like I said, definitely I just want to make sure that y'all can, of course, can grasp onto this concept, and understand what I'm talking about this morning. But like I said, all those things that you go through, you grow through, you see as a kid, and I forgot who it was. I wish I would have wrote that down on my paper too. But it's one of the child psychologists in the past. I don't think it was Piaget. It was somebody. Was it Maslow? I think it's Maslow. I think that's Maslow. That little triangle that you see, the self-actualization triangle. I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about, but that comes from my social worker background. But they give in that triangle, there's different stages, like different stages of learning. I believe that's the one. I could be wrong, but but what I was trying to get to is that under the age of, I would say, about 10, I think in that for that particular psychologist said about 7 or 8 or whatever it is, but I would say anybody 10 and younger, that's when our mindset and our attitudes about life and the world and people around us is created. That's where our outlook on success and possibilities and that kind of thing is created as well. Like I said, for a lot of people, and for everybody, I'm just going to say everybody because that's what I believe. And like I said, for everybody, like I said, the mindset is created back when you're a kid. A lot of those things, and it may not be your entire 100% mindset, because over the years your attitudes about different things, your attitudes about how you view your life or the world, others around you, and the possibilities that you see will of course start changing. It may not change a lot, I don't know, it just depends on your life and what you're exposed to, because exposure is one of the things that of course will help you create a more positive mindset, in a mindset of possibilities, when you see other folks doing the things that you thought was impossible, or that you saw nobody in your family do. Whether that's start a business, or whether that's make millions, I don't know. Whether that's traveling, whether that's having kids, buying a house, any of those kind of things. Until you are exposed to those things, you may not know that those things even exist, or even are possible for you. And like I said, our mindset is, like I said, with all those attitudes and the beliefs and the values and that kind of thing, like I said, it's definitely created. A lot of it's created before the age of 10 years old. But of course, throughout your life, you're going to have different mindset shifts, different attitude shifts about different things. Once you start, like I said, exposing yourself to different things, and once you start experiencing different things in life as well, whether those experiences are good or bad, it still of course help mold you and shape your attitudes and your beliefs and your values of what you of how you see yourself, the world, others around you, and the possibilities that you may or may not have. It just depends on how you're thinking about it. But like I said, in my life, of course, like I said, I had to go back into my life, my story, that kind of thing too, and just realize that all the things, of course, that I've been through, grew through, whether that's see my mom, of course, beaten by my dad, or that's with the relationship mindset. In my mind, of course, I saw that, but I saw other people doing the same thing as well, and just sitting there taking it, not leaving, talking about they gonna leave and never doing anything. So what I saw, like I said, I saw growing up what not to do. I know a lot of folks may say, of course, I learned a whole lot of things from my parents or from those around me, or how to navigate life and that kind of thing. I learned what not to do and what not to do to navigate life. But then that mean, but then that meant I had to figure out how in the world to actually navigate the life that I want to see. I guess I put it that way as well, which of course set me back many years. It took a while. I'm still learning nowadays too. But like I said, that's okay. But like I said, definitely knowing that, sticking with the relationship, like I said, definitely seeing that abuse and that kind of thing, my mindset shifted to, as I see her getting beat on, that kind of thing, and she's not doing anything about it, or even trying to fight back. I never saw her try to fight back. I tried to jump in the middle to, of course, stop things and yell and holler, stop doing this, like all those types of things that kids in those kind of situations do and experience. I guess to put it that way. But of course, it never stopped until I left the house. Actually, didn't stop until I was in like mid college. Actually, probably like my freshman year, sophomore. I think it was my freshman year of college actually. Um, but in all, like I said, my mindset when I saw all those things, how it turned out, and how you cannot live a life of somebody controlling you like that, how you cannot live a life of somebody abusing you like that, how you cannot live a life of somebody, of course, like I said, controlling you to the extent that family, friends, that kind of thing may not want to come around because they don't want to see the violence or hear the violence or see you all getting into it and all those types of things. Usually in those situations, you've called many of folks to help you and to come to your aid, but then you still, of course, go back to that same person that's abusing you. That happens to a lot of domestic violence victims. And like I said, seeing all these things growing up, and like I said, definitely it shifted my mindset. Like that is nothing that I want. There was nothing that I want, nothing that I've ever had actually. And I made it my business to let people know, partners know, and that kind of thing, that if it ever get to that point where you're hitting me, that kind of thing, I will kill you first. Like I said, that's something that I stand by. You're not going to hit me and get away with it and all these types of things. I will kill you. Like I said, that, and I've told people that. And I know some people are like, oh my God, you shouldn't say those kind of things. But I'm saying those things because that's the mindset, that's the attitude that I have when it comes to relationships, when it comes to abuse. I know a lot of other folks may have other attitudes when it comes to finances. I had that attitude too. Money on grown trees and all these types of things. That's the attitude, the mindset that I had, that was always lacking because that's what I saw growing up. We didn't have enough money to, of course, buy food, the basic necessities, to pay rent. We were evicted at like certain points in my life. Didn't have any clothes, or I had clothes, but they weren't the best of clothes. I guess I put it that way. People, of course, shopping to go to school, and when school starts, that kind of thing, I may have gotten like one outfit. And like I said, I'm just like, oh my God, we never have enough money. But I know there was drug issues and money's being spent on drugs and other things as well. That was the main thing I guess I saw. I guess I put it that way, and why we didn't have what we needed, what I needed, and what they needed. Of course, what I needed growing up. I just stick on myself because neither one of them are here to, of course, defend themselves. But like I said, definitely that's what I saw. The lack all the time. We didn't have enough this. We didn't have enough that. So like I said, my mindset is still now too. It may not be as bad as it used to be, but I save a lot. I've always saved because I'm like I gotta have some money to fall back on if this job leaves or if something happens, the car break down, something else happens. I gotta have money in my savings account to, of course, to I guess to get the thing. I guess those kind of things fixed. I don't want to have a lacking where I just everything is going haywire and I have no money to even get anything fixed or to fix the car or to pay the rent or my job going. Now I can't do this and do all these kind of things. Like I said, I made it my business to make sure that I saved. Now I may not be invested, I guess, in the proper ways right now, but that's okay. I'm growing into that. But like I said, my mindset is that it's always a lack mindset. I'm not going to have this, so I can't spend this much, all those types of things. And I know I'm not the only one who has mindsets, whether it's dealing with relationships or with finances. Those are the two I picked on. But like I said, that was my mindset. It may not be as bad as it is now. I don't loan anybody any money. I still don't do that. But I mean, still, I want to make sure that I have what I need. So if money becomes short or low, I still have something to fall back on. I guess you call it a rainy day fund. But like I said, I definitely never want to experience that lack again. That's why I push myself so hard to make sure that I, of course, have a job or trying to create some on the side as well or doing both at the same time to make sure I have enough funds in order to, of course, live a life. So my lights won't be cut off, so my gas won't be cut off, so I won't have a bare refrigerator. So I can have all the necessities, the things I need to take care of myself, body wise, hygiene supplies, all those types of things. So I make sure that I, like I said, always have money on reserve and always make sure that I have some type of income coming in. And like I said, I know, like I said, for me, like all that lack mindset, because that's what I saw growing up. I'm still, of course, like I said, working on those things with the lack and saying I don't have enough and this kind of thing when I do actually have enough for, not for everything I want to do, no, nobody. But most working class people don't usually have that. But at least for some things that I want, I guess I put it that way. Instead of me always saying that I don't have the money, look at my finances and see that I do have the money. That's the thing that I'm working on right now, actually, to make sure my partner, of course, helps me and reminds me sometimes as well that I do have the money for it and don't be next, I guess, so don't be so negative when it comes to money and that kind of thing. But like I'm telling you, that's the mindset that was created over the whole entire time I grew up, from a kid on up to probably in college, I'm sure. Well, actually beyond college, because like I said, I still have part of that mindset still now. And like I said, that's something that, like I said, that mindset was created back when I was younger. After going through all those trials and tribulations. Yes, it was trauma and that kind of thing too, if you want to label it that. But still, not having the basic necessities, and that was Maslow's triangle, those needs. All my needs were not met as a kid. Or any time growing up, actually, until I got on my own. My needs were starting to be met. Because I was creating that situation where my needs could be met. And that was just like I said, for the basics. But like I said, definitely with the financial mindset and the mindset about just your attitudes and those types of things. Like I said, those are things that we can change. I guess I put it that way. But you have to then intentionally work on those things. It's not like I'm just going to say I'm going to think positive about money today. I have to keep in every situation I get in, or thinking about relationships in every situation I get in. I have to realize that everybody's not the same as my dad either. And they all men are abusive and think I had to start thinking like that. Because otherwise I kept myself in a shell, dating nobody, still lonely, still alone, all those types of things. And not trusting anybody. So like I said, I had to work on that part of those mindsets. And there's a whole lot others, attitudes and mindsets in order to, like I said, in order to move forward in life. Because if not, I would have still been, I'm sure, on my own, still struggling, all these types of things. But if you're looking to create a change in your mindset and the attitudes that you have, it takes intentional action every single day. And in every single situation that you put yourself in, whether it's dealing with finances, relationships, career and business, health and fitness, whatever it is. Those are things that we have to work on, and those are things that we have to change. It's not going to take place in one day. All these behaviors and all these attitudes and all this entire, all that create the mindset was created however old you are. I'm 46, so it was created over the last 46 years. 46 years, I don't know how many months, 9 months and 2 days. I don't know what the count is. But like I said, definitely all the mindset that I have has been created over the last 46 years. And whatever your age is, your mindset has been created over those many years as well. So no, it's not going to take place in a day that you can, oh, I'll stop this and I'll stop doing that. You have to intentionally do it every single time, every single day, every time it happens. Or every time you get in those situations where your mindset around money, around finances, around relationships is being challenged. So, like I said, I definitely want to do this quick podcast episode this morning. I actually got to get ready to go. Actually, so like I said, definitely, I hope y'all enjoyed this episode. But I hope that it actually made you think about your mindset, your beliefs, your values, and what attitudes you have when it comes to life, when it comes to love, when it comes to your worldview, when it comes to the people around you, and then when it comes to the possibilities that you see as far as how successful you could become in this world as well. I didn't even touch on that, but like I said, definitely we have to think about those things. And I hope that this, like I said, this episode kind of put a light bulb in your head to start thinking about those things. I do want to say that I will put a link to the ebook, Where Are You, inside the description of the podcast and on YouTube. And again, make sure that y'all subscribe to both of these YouTube and the Social Worker Coach podcast as well. But that ebook I was talking about with that link in the description, that ebook is talking about where are you in 7 different key foundational areas, and actually health, finances, health and fitness, relationships. Those things I just talked about are actually in that ebook, and it's free for you to go ahead and download. But it will help you figure out where you've been in those areas as well, and look and help you create the path that you want to use to move forward in those areas too. That's how you start creating change in your life and intentionally creating that change in your life and doing what you need to do for yourself. Because you have to figure out where you were in order to get to where you're going, y'all. So with that, I want to say thank you again, and make sure that y'all, of course, share this episode out to somebody you think that needs to hear this particular message. And I'm sure that's a lot of us, I'm sure. But like I said, definitely share this out with somebody. And like I said, this is Tonetta, your social worker coach, signing off. I'll talk to y'all later. I'll see y'all in the next. We'll see y'all on YouTube, but I'll talk to y'all on the next podcast episode. So take care, y'all. And like I said, make sure that y'all are subscribing. And YouTube, make sure that you click that notification bell to, of course, get all the episodes that I, of course, upload. So with that, y'all, take care and have a great day.